You go ahead and start it. I'm still getting situated here.
All right, well, we're going. So here you is.
We are live from El Paso City. All right, let me see here. I'm still getting set up. By the way, did you watch the Phil Collins thing last night?
I did not.
He performed in the air tonight on Fallon. That was the only cool part, was when Questlove did that. Like his voice, like people were like, "Oh, Phil Collins killed in the air tonight last night," and I watched it, and I'm like, it doesn't like. Am I the only one that's not getting this? Like, it doesn't seem to be.
I don't know.
Like it didn't sound like his voice was really.
He's been out of the game for a while though.
Yeah.
So.
No, but the best part was when Questlove, because it was obviously with the Roots.
Yeah.
But when Questlove did the do.
It doesn't get better than that.
All right, who do we have here? We got a bunch of people in the chat, ready to roll. I see that the conversation kind of stopped right when I left, because I told people to save the questions for the after buzz. And by the way, so what we have here, this is a pair of Slayer tickets.
Yeah, boy.
And I have two other pairs of Slayer tickets. So there's 3 pairs of Slayer tickets for you guys today. So we'll get into that here in just a bit. I think what I might end up doing. Do you have paper over there, Scott?
Nope.
Shit. I got to figure out how I'm going to give these things away. Yeah, we'll figure it out. What the hell's behind me? What in the world is that? Is that the Phoenix?
That's Slayer. That's the.
Oh shit! My head was blocking him.
Yeah.
So we have.
Here's a quick moment though. Let's do this real quick and remind you, of course,
Yes.
of our YouTube contest rules. Or Brandon will kill you in the face.
In the face, like it's going to be closed casket because it's going to be in the face. I think I want to do like a just a draw a name and win. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it if we don't have paper and pen here, and we've already started.
You got Word on that computer or something? Open up a Word document.
Yeah, but then how do I pick?
Same way you were gonna pick with. Oh, you were gonna like.
I actually
put it
tear
in a bowl?
I tear them apart and pick one.
I got you. All right. Put everybody's name down.
Yeah.
I will go to random.org, which is a random number generator. You'll tell me how many people there are. We'll let it pick the number.
Fucking A. Not yet, though. Don't enter your name yet. Please. By all means. Please. Do not. Because a couple of the things that I wanted to talk about, one of which, especially since Slayer's in town. Wait. Hold on. I'm going to go a little ADD at the beginning here. Kate Beckinsale, if you're watching this, call me. All right? You can email me at Brandon@buzzadamshow.com. Please do so. Now that I've heard you're single, it'd be fantastic. I'll take you out. I'll wine you and dine you.
That's a smart move.
Is Kate Beckinsale not like the hottest woman on the planet? By the way,
amazing.
Okay, just making sure.
She was the only reason to watch that. What was that movie? The band
Underworld.
Yeah.
She's been in like 4 of those things.
Yeah. That's the only reason I would watch it, because I didn't really think the movie was that good, but I thought she was amazing.
Oh God, she's fucking beautiful. Jesus. Like that's any girlfriend I've ever had, I've always refused to do the you make a celebrity list of people that you're allowed to bang.
Yeah.
We can't do that in this industry because you might actually run across that person. So I've always avoided that topic with any girlfriend because I told them there's a chance that and there could be a chance that a dude that the girlfriend puts on the list we happen to gets to and I'm like, oh great, now she gets to go fuck that guy.
Yeah.
No, not happening. But Kate Beckinsale would be in that list. I think she might be number 1.
Tina Penn said she's already claimed
Tina.
Kate, so I think that would be fine with us if we could just watch.
She'd like to know if I'm an asshole. I'm not gonna lie, I can be an asshole. That's not a question in any way, shape, or form.
That's what it takes to get it done.
I legitimately know that I can be a dick and I can be an asshole, but I can also be the nicest guy on the planet. It's just a matter of what you're doing. Late Jaime, no, you are not. Lorena, we're talking about Kate Beckinsale and the fact that she needs to email me and that people need to tweet this video to her to be like, hey, Brandon wants to date you. It's not creepy. So one of the topics that got brought up last week, I think it was in the chat. I don't think it was on the AfterBuzz or anything, but it was in the chat during the show. And we got to talking. Is there a fucking phone in here?
There is a phone in here.
Did that come through? Because that's great.
That's good stuff.
That actually reminds me of when I was working in Eugene, Oregon, and we had a sports station that generally just ran ESPN. It was kind of like what we have here, but like you even took away Kaplowitz. Like nothing was live. It literally just ran ESPN. But then they finally hired a guy to do a live shift, but they kept forgetting to take the phone out. So in the middle of his show, his phone's going off, and it was the phone he needed in the studio to take live calls. So in the middle of the show, he's getting announcements, so-and-so salesperson, this person's on the line for you, right in the middle of the show, and it happened fucking daily. It was hilarious.
Well, the owner of the powder blue Nova, please go and move your car. It's on fire.
You're blocking the fire lane, sir. But yeah, so that's what that reminded me of, was good old Eugene, Oregon.
Eugene.
Which was fantastic, by the way. I have some drunk dials from some of my friends back then, by the way, that maybe I'll post at some point.
Interesting.
Sonia, I'm going to date Kate Beckinsale. Like, come on, guys, this is we got to make this thing happen. Like, I need our YouTube chatters to make it happen. Like, tweet at her and be like, hey, no, seriously, it's not fucking creepy that this guy in El Paso is like obsessing over dating you. It's not weird at all.
We're welcoming Kate Beckinsale now into the studio.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, the topic that got brought up last week was like concert stories. Things that have happened at concerts, stuff like that. And wait, which way should I move? She's on my left, so if I...
There you go.
Did that work?
It works.
Was it close enough?
No, you're not even anywhere close to her. There. Oh, yeah. Very good.
Did that work?
You didn't get your eyeball, but it's fine.
It's still
good.
something.
It's good.
Wait, no, now I'm beginning to see it. Oh, yeah, right on the... Oh, I kissed her cheek. What are you talking about?
You're like at the bottom eyelid.
So anyway, so we were talking about concert stories, and I got a couple of them. There's one... this is the one, like, I've expressed this on the air at times before and stuff, is that, like, I deal with anxiety, like really bad anxiety, and have had panic attacks before. I've actually ended up in the hospital twice because of it. And Brady, I'll get to that in a minute here. But it was at Family Values 2006, I think. Korn was headlining, which like that was always my band. It still is my band. And I had a fucking full on panic attack. Like I thought I was having a heart attack. So I got wheeled out on the stretcher. There's pictures of it on my Facebook. If you're friends with me on Facebook,
nice.
You can find the picture of me on the stretcher. So I just remember I got in the ambulance, we got to the hospital, like they're calming me down, everything's gonna be fine. And then all of a sudden, like the guys that were in the ambulance that took me to the hospital, they go wheeling by with this dude who's screaming fucking bloody murder, and he's caked in mud. And I look at the dude's leg, and it's like completely fucking turned around. Like this dude's leg was completely snapped. And I remember sitting there and I'm like, holy fuck, like this guy's really got a bad deal going on. So as they wheeled him by, they come back and they're going back to their ambulance, and the two guys were like, hey man, how you doing? Like, because they knew there was like, I was going to be fine, and they were like, how you doing? So I start shooting the shit again, and I was like, what the fuck is going on with that guy? And they were like, we don't know. Like the concert, it was Family Value, so it was at this amphitheater. So you had the seating, then you got like, the big lawn up top, and it had rained. It was in South Florida. It rained that day, and it was just a fucking mud field. And they were like, we don't know. People just walked into this guy. Nobody knew who the fuck he was, and he was just laying there passed out with puke with his fucking leg completely turned around. And I was like, holy shit. And eventually that guy came to like 45 minutes later or something like that, and they stuffed a tube down his throat to like just get everything out and like do that thing. So the dude woke up, how like they tape it to your mouth and shit?
Right.
He's like fucking yanking it out. Like, oh my God. So I guess that was more of like a hospital story, but it started at a concert. And then the other story I get that comes to mind is it was Deftones, Incubus, Taproot. I think it was 1999. and there was me, a couple of my buddies that went, and we're not, small guys. I'm like 6 foot right now. I'm probably right around 180, 185 pounds. Both of the guys I was with, very similar size, anywhere from 5'11 to 6'1", roughly about 180 to 200 pounds. And that dude, Daniel, is Chino from the Deftones. It's the fucking lead singer. Wait, which way should I turn for him? Should I kiss Chino?
Yeah, you go. There you go. Boom, got it. All right, now that.
All right, there, kiss Chino.
That was definitely in his eye.
That's what I got. So anyway, so it was Deftones, Incubus, Taproot, and I think at this point, Deftones were on. And so we're all down, kind of on the floor, and this girl comes up to us. She's like 5'6", maybe weighs 100 pounds, like this tiny little girl. And at this point, she was like, she comes up, she's like, will you guys throw me up into the crowd? Like, she wanted to crowd surf. And we were like, okay. So one friend here, and then I kind of grabbed her by the belt on the back, and we were like, 1, 2, 3, and all three of us, mind you, not small guys, just fucking hurl this chick, and as she's going, she turns over in midair, and then nobody fucking catches her. And she went over like 3 rows of people, so she fucking flies through, and it was almost like the parting of the seas when she landed. She just kind of fucking went straight down. And all the people that are in front of us immediately just turn around and death stare. And the three of us are like, she wanted to go up. Like, it's on you. You didn't catch her. Like, this isn't our fault. And not even 5 seconds later, she's up bouncing around. Like
that girl didn't happen to be Kate Beckinsale, did it?
No. If it was Kate Beckinsale, I wouldn't have let go of the belt.
Good attaboy.
So anyway, those are a couple of my my concert stories. And actually, come to think of it, there was another one when I was backstage. We did a meet and greet. It was Korn, Chevelle, and I think Breaking Benjamin. I think this was like 04 or 05 was this tour. And we gone backstage, same venue actually as the other one back in Salem, Oregon, the Salem Armory. And who asked the interview question again? Brady. This will kind of lead into that question for you as well. But it was, we were backstage. I was working in Eugene, so we were a smaller station, smaller market, and they split up the meet and greet with Chevelle. So it was like me and 3 winners backstage just hanging out with Chevelle for 20 minutes, which was the shit. Those guys were fucking awesome. And as we're walking back through, I'm like, well, I got my backstage pass. Do I really need to go back outside? And I didn't want to be a dick. I didn't just want to kind of hang out. And then I saw Jonathan Davis was eating dinner, which, the lead singer, which, by the way, Jonathan Davis loved the third. Fuck Buzz. That was funny shit. Come on. It fit, right?
It fit.
It's better than Kylo Ren and Stimpy.
Well, I don't know. That was pretty good.
No, but if you think about the costume, dreadlock, it's a package deal, folks.
I got you. Golf plus.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good.
And you could, fucking sing on the how he does this fucking thing with his microphone stand. Fuck, I guess got sidetracked by doing that. Oh, so he was eating spaghetti. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, that's Jonathan Davis eating spaghetti. And there was open seats at the table. And there was nobody. I damn near went and grabbed a plate of spaghetti and then just fucking sat down next to him. But I didn't. I refused to be that guy.
What do you do in that situation? Just be like, sup?
No, it's Jonathan Davis. You just look at him and go, are you ready? And just keep eating. So anyway, so back to the interview question. My first big interview actually was Jonathan Davis. My first ever interview was a punk band called Tsunami Bomb. I don't think they're around anymore. They had this really cool, hot lead singer. Her name was Agent M. The rest of the band, the guys were the shit. But I don't think they're around anymore. Then again, this was 15 years ago. But my first ever interview, like when I was in Eugene, was Jonathan Davis. One day my boss came into the studio and he was like, hey, he's like, do you want to interview Jonathan Davis? And I was like, yeah, I do. So I did. And we pre-recorded it. I was doing middays at the time, so I was on from 10 to 3. And so we pre-recorded the interview, and the first words out of my mouth, no kidding, like, they're like, Brandon, you're on with Jonathan. And I'm like, and he's like, what's up? And I go, holy shit. And then he just starts laughing, which was good because it kind of like loosened me up for the interview. He was like, he thought it was kind of cool. Because then I told him of my goal of getting into radio was like, one of the main goals was to meet Korn. And once that happened, I could just quit. Like, that was all I wanted to do. Like, that was the reason I got into radio, was to meet Korn. So no, and the interview was cool. I really hope I still have a copy of that somewhere. But yeah, so that was, my first and probably best interview. Although the best and most fun interviews anytime have always been Tommy Lee. That guy's so fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time, he's energetic. He invited me to his house in L.A.
What?
And I was actually going to L.A., but I didn't feel like getting Hep C, so I just avoided the house. But no, he was super cool every single time I've interviewed him. It's been a few. There was one time like he was asking me like what it's like to be a goat and shit. Like he's one of I've mentioned it on the chat how I have these recordings of celebrities and stars asking me about my nickname. Dave Draymond was one of them. Tommy Lee's one of them. The band Kitty, if you guys are familiar with Kitty, they actually thought that it was like mean, like whoever nicknamed me that, it was a bad thing. Juliette Lewis, and a few others. But I have this like little file of celebrities asking me about my nickname.
Yeah, you should do a mashup of that and play it on the best of one day.
Of all the people asking me?
Yeah, when Buzz is out one day.
Yeah. Actually, and there's another thing that was that I could play on Best Of is one of the times when Zakk Wylde came in. And this is what... so speaking of interviews, I never technically interviewed Zakk Wylde myself, but I engineered acoustic sets with him and stuff like that when I was the production guy.
Sweet.
And that guy is fucking awesome because he would remember you. Like, he'd been in a couple of times before in Florida, and then... the second time, or the third time he'd come in, he did an acoustic set and he was signing like the posters or whatever for fans. And this is one of the few ones. Like I get a lot of things signed. This is one of the few ones I actually really framed and have hung up, in a box in my apartment at this point. But it's in a nice frame, but it's in a box. But he came in and. Oh, no Agent M. That's a shame. Daniel just mentioned that Tsunami Bomb looks like they got back together in 2015, but no Agent M. But those three guys are the shit. Like, I enjoyed Tsunami Bomb, and I'm not a huge punk fan, but I really, like, they were cool. So when he was done with his acoustic set, he signed into merchandise, and he always would have to, like, he wouldn't just randomly sign something. Like, he didn't want to make sure, like, he wanted to make sure you weren't just going to, like, put this shit up on eBay. It had to be personalized. And so a friend of mine who was a listener of the station, he goes up, he's the last one to go, and he presents, Zakk a couple things to sign. And he's like, can you sign a couple? And he's like, yeah. He goes, who's the other one for? And my buddy was like, oh shit. Like, I was just expecting, like, I just wanted him to sign it so I could give it to anybody.
Right.
Like, hey, maybe this will get me laid. But then it clicks. I'm the only one left in the room. And he goes, oh, he's like, can you sign it for Goat? And then Zakk goes on the spiel. He's like, fucking Goat. He's like, every time I come to Florida, this guy, he's the shit engineer. He's fucking awesome. And he goes on the spiel, and he's like, I don't think his parents knew just how fucking cool of a son they were going to have. It's like 5-minute speech about me. And I'm like, fuck, I should have been recording that. That was awesome. But yeah, Zakk Wylde's the shit. And then another thing, get back to the best of thing, is we had... I think it was this guitar tech had this really fucking funny story of when this was back when Dimebag was still alive. Rest in peace, Dime. And it was Zakk Wylde, Dimebag, a couple of the guys from the crew. They were getting ready to start, I guess, rehearsals for a Damage Plan tour, I think is what they were doing. And randomly, Jerry Cantrell shows up. Fucking sweet ass guitar player from Alice in Chains.
What the hell?
And I'll give you the quick synopsis of the story. The guy tells it way better, but here's the synopsis of the story. So they're all hanging out. Jerry Cantrell show. Oh, and it's Dime's birthday, by the way.
Oh.
And so.
Is there a unicorn in this story somewhere?
Yeah. No, but there's a goat. And it ain't me. So he's telling the story, and so it's his birthday. They pull up to the house, and as they pull up, they see Dime's wife just they can see like the seething heat coming from her face, like she's angry about something. And so they get out of the car, and Dime's kind of like, what is it, dear? She goes, one of your fucking friends left a goat at the house. And they look around the side yard, and there's a fucking goat tied up around the side. So like Dimebag thinks it's the shit. He's like, this is fucking cool as hell. So they're all hanging out, they're partying. Jerry Cantrell shows up in this just fucking sweet, like $100,000 Cadillac, brand spanking new. Like he just got this car. So then they start partying, and then early morning comes around. It's like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and Dimebag is talking to and I'm completely spacing on Moby. I think was the guy's name. Moby was the guitar, not Moby the DJ. No, not Moby that looks like this, or like me with no beard. This is Moby. No, I think Moby was the guitar tech's name, and so it's like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and Dimebag's like, "All right, we're going to Hot Topic," and he's like, "Dude, the store's not even open yet." And he's like, all right, we're going to keep partying. 8 o'clock when the mall opens, we're going to the Hot Topic. So 8 o'clock rolls around. Everybody else is passed out. Jerry Cantrell's passed out. Zakk Wylde's passed out. So they end up going to the Hot Topic. And Dimebag ends up buying... Oh, because he wants to buy beard dye. Because you remember how he used to dye his goatee? Yeah. He wants to dye the goat's goatee pink. So they buy the hair dye, but then he also buys like every fucking sticker that they have. And if you've ever been to a Hot Topic, they have a lot of fucking stickers.
Yeah.
So they buy like every fucking sticker in the store. They proceed to go back. They they dye the fucking goat's goatee pink, and then they steal Cantrell's keys. They sticker the entire fucking Cadillac, like covered. This brand spanking new $100,000 Cadillac covered in stickers from Hot Topic.
Jesus.
And then Dimebag puts the goat in the fucking front seat. And then they go to bed. So then they all wake up a few hours later. Cantrell comes out, fucking screaming because his brand new Cadillac is covered in stickers. And then when he finally looks inside, there's a goat that's pissed, shit, and started to eat the interior of this $100,000 Cadillac. And Dimebag's standing there watching his reaction. And when Jerry Cantrell turns around, Dime goes, "Don't ever bring a car over here that's cooler than mine, motherfucker." Like, dude, how fucking cool is that?
Wow. Jesus.
Okay, let me see here. So we have these Slayer tickets. Let's go ahead, and if you want in on the contest, type your name. Pay attention to the... I think somebody said that looked like a bloated me. Or something like that.
Yeah, like we stuck like an air hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
And apparently kind of did this with my arms, because that guy's arms are really they're kind of T-Rexy.
He's got a kind of T-Rexy.
But yes, if you want...
But he's kind of like, oh, what, for me?
If you want in on the Slayer tickets, type your name into the chat now, and I'm going to do my best to keep up with the chat and get everything typed in at this point. And again, just your name or just your first name and your last initial, and then we're going to start picking here in a second.
I'm keeping track of the number.
Scott, do you have any good concert stories while I run this contest?
Not really. Maybe kind. Well, not like anything that involves me personally. But I was talking about yesterday when they were asking about best, favorite concerts, and mine was Iggy and the Stooges. Right after they got back together, and they were just ripping through Voodoo Fest, and they were kind of
New Orleans.
They were kind of somewhat opening for Manson. They were right on before Manson, who was the headliner that night, and Iggy was kind of pissed off about it, as he should be. But he was probably 60 at that time, and he comes out and he just kept fucking with things just so the techs would have to run out and fix them. So he grabbed the mic stand and just throw it down. And some tech would run out and he'd put it back up. And as soon as the guy got to the edge of the stage, he'd knock it down again. And then he'd run back and come back and do it. Oh, it was great. But my favorite was he just points out to the crowd. He's in between songs and he points out to the whole crowd and he's like, "You all suck like the music you like." And it was just kind of like in one sentence, he managed to just like bitch slap everybody who was there, from like the radio stations, and
Jesus,
the crowd, and then the promoters. I don't know. I got mad love for Iggy. That's my thing.
how the fuck? Hold on, I'm trying to numbers. There we go.
I'll do my Barney on Ice story next week.
Victor doesn't read instructions. You need to put more than just your first name, Victor. But I put you down anyway because as much as I'm a dick, I'm still gonna, hook you guys up. So I think I've got most everybody. We'll give it a few more minutes here to get more people entered into the contest if you guys want. Again, I have 3 pairs of Slayer tickets.
This is exciting.
Javier, I already got you. Don't do it more than once, dipshit. All right, so then let me see what other topics we have here. We had that one. Vic asked last week. We never got to it. About the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame being a joke. It is a joke at this point. I mean, there are some bands that should be in there. There's some people that should not be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was something that was built in Cleveland to get people to go to Cleveland because nobody wants to go to fucking Cleveland, except for apparently LeBron James. Which, by the way, steamrolled the fucking Knicks last night. Holy shit!
Bam!
Let me type in a couple more names here. So I know, Scott, you're not really a sports guy, right?
Not really.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna talk about it anyway.
Cool.
Damian Lillard. Fuck yeah, 39 points last night. The talk was Steve Kerr, the head coach of the Jaime. Pay attention to instructions. Jesus Christ. First and last names. I don't think I've interviewed anybody from Iron Maiden. They're Skunkworks. I've interviewed, who's the lead singer of Def Leppard? I always blank on his fucking name. He was a cool interview though.
I got you.
I blank on the name. But yeah, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is just it's stupid. Backtracking. Cleveland Cavaliers basketball, Portland Trailblazers. Did you guys see what I did there? That was called connecting the dots.
Joe Elliott.
There you go. And Skunkworks just said too. So again, guys, if you want in on the contest, I need first name and at least the last initial or your last name. If you don't do that, you're not in the fucking contest. And these are coming from people who've been in contests. Jesus Christ. Apparently they know I'm going to murder them in the face.
Murder them in the face!
But yeah, Damian Lillard, like the talk was Steve Kerr, the head coach of the Golden State Warriors, who should not have been coach of the year last year. The guy coached like half the fucking season. That's bullshit. Terry Stotts should have won it. But anyway, he said that he felt that Damian Lillard was going to be the MVP this year. And fucking game 1, Damian Lillard comes out with just an insane stat line and leads the Blazers to victory over the Jazz. Fuck yeah. Lorena, boy, some of you really like being called dipshits. All right, we got a few more entries in here. I want to let it go a couple more minutes just so that people can get in on these tickets because we do have so many. Gerardo, you only need to do it once, my man. In the meantime, let me see here. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We could revisit the Kate Beckinsale thing. If anybody does know Kate Beckinsale, let her know that I'll take her out. We'll go to Chico's Tacos.
Nice.
Sounds like a good evening in El Paso, yeah?
Classy as fuck.
You goddamn right. Let me see here. Oh, here's something that we can talk about for a couple minutes while other people enter. Back in. Antonio, did you ever type your full name? I didn't see it. Because if you didn't, you're not in. Oh, shit. Okay, so a couple things here really quick. So we had people were asking about Buzz getting frustrated with the camera, it's not being ready, and wondering why I need to do videos, which leads to another Buzz versus Brandon that we have coming up. And it's one that we planned on doing earlier in the year, but it's dependent on the ice skating rink. Wait, hold on. Go back to the thing here. Where are we at? Am I there yet?
There you go. Right there. Right there. Oh, you just licked your nose.
Yeah!
Very good. Very good.
Now do that too.
Let her know.
Because it's dependent on the ice skating rink. We're going to go play goalie. And we're going to let the Rhinos, the El Paso Rhinos, just fucking shoot at us. And we're going to see who can stop the most pucks.
Hey, I heard there's like a karate video somewhere too.
Yeah, we're waiting on some dude to finish it. He's got the work ethic of Fernie.
I bet he's a fucking dick.
Keith, I think you're already in, dude. Bum, 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 bum. Just wanted to say something to be an asshole. I'm being an asshole. All right. Then you go in timeout. See ya. It's just that fucking easy. I don't have time to fucking deal with dipshits in the chat. If you guys want in on the contest, I have no problems hooking you up. I have 3 pairs of Slayer tickets. If you want to be a dipshit, I'm going to give you the boot. But anyway, so do you have the random number generator there?
Yep. How many you got?
Let me see here. Really quick. Let's give it like 60 seconds, do you think?
I don't care.
Here.
I can't go.
I'm going to go with... Let me set up a timer here. And we'll do... Starting 60 seconds. All right? And when the 60 seconds is up, what kind of delay do you think we're working on?
Clap your hands.
I'm reading. Carolyn, no, you don't need to buy a sponsor for a shout out. Did you? Oh, by the way, Carolyn, type in the chat. Did you go do the radio thing yesterday, or is that coming up? I wasn't able to follow that completely yesterday on the chat. 30 seconds left if you want in.
10-second delay.
10-second delay. Okay. So when this is done, I'll let it run. I'll let it run to 70 seconds. Dipshit is the word of the day. Yes, it is, Phil. Yes, it is. It's just like a few weeks ago, numbnuts was when that one guy called the neckline, and he called us numbnuts. I haven't heard that term in fucking ages, and I want to bring it back. Like, that's the thing is, Buzz gets so pissed. Like, when I get bitchy with the listeners, when all they want to do is complain about shit. All right, there's 60 seconds. So there's like another 10, and we'll go ahead and do it. But Buzz gets so fucking irritated. Like the guy that on Twitter today that said what everybody, the World Series happens, but you guys don't fucking mention it. Well, we did mention it. You just didn't fucking hear it, you dipshit. We do a 5-hour show, and it's not all sports. Fuck. I'll throw it in. Raymond Ortiz at the buzzer. Or, I'm sorry, Ramon Ortiz. So we have 17 total.
17. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. You got them.
What numbers we got? And I'll type winner next to it.
All right. So
this is from random.org is how we're picking these. So I just have all of your names down here, 1 through 17, and then whatever number pops up is the first pair of tickets to Slayer.
First number is 12.
Number 12, Victor Melendez. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, what's our next number?
Second number is 5.
Ashley Bell. Big winner. All right, and we have...
Final number is...
I like how, Carolyn, you're just trying to talk some shit, and then you ended up with a typo. And then we have one more pair. What's the number?
7.
Number 7.
Lucky number 7.
Lucy B. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. All right, so those winners again: Ashley Bell, Lucy B, and Victor Melendez. Can you flash up the thing for me on the screen when you're done congratulating them? Or are you typing my email in?
Your email, but yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's Brandon@BuzzAdamShow.com. So email me, and basically I need your name, your address, your phone number, your date of birth, and then what you won. email me those 5 things, preferably within the next 5 to 10 minutes, because basically I take these tickets and then I go to the front desk and I sit down with our rock star receptionist, Stephanie, and we go over the winners, and I give her the information and the tickets. So again, make sure that you're emailing me name, address, phone number, date of birth, and what you won. And then you can come pick up your tickets. Your tickets are here. You can pick them up Monday through Friday between 8:30 and 5. And obviously you got to pick them up by tomorrow, because I think the concert's tomorrow, yeah?
Yes.
Yep, Thursday, October 27th.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Let me see here.
Are you
Is there anything else?
Prepare yourself. Ready?
Oh, Tina, were you willing to trade Kate Beckinsale for a pair of tickets to Slayer? Because fuck yeah, I'm in.
She was just there. You missed your opportunity.
Why? What happened?
No, too late now.
She's not there anymore? This makes it like, no,
Ready?
Kate. No, I'm on the air. No, please, stop making out with my face. All right, right here. No. All right, I think everybody knows that they're a winner at this point. Ashley Bell, Lucy B, and Victor Melendez. Let me see here. I think we're good to go for this week's AfterBuzz. If anybody has any other questions, we covered some concert stuff. We covered the Dimebag Darrell goat story, which is one of my favorite stories. And I have the audio of it, but I think it's edited for air. I think the college station I was on in Florida for a bit, I actually I played it back on the air, so I have to have it at least an edit. If not, I can edit it. But it's a really funny story, and the way that Moby, the guitar tech, tells it it's way funnier than I can tell it. But all right, so if anybody has anything, I'm going to give you about 20 seconds to ask any questions. If nothing, then congratulations to the Slayer winners, who again are Ashley Bell, Lucy B, and Victor Melendez. Thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy 2? I'm excited for it. But that's the thing, like, even though we have a trailer for that now, which I'm really looking forward to, I mean, we got Doctor Strange coming out, you've got Rogue One coming out, we have so much, like, this is the ultimate time to be, like a nerd, to be a geek. Like, we're getting all the coolest shit right now. Here we go.
We're at peak geek.
Exactly. I haven't checked out the Exorcist TV show, Phil. I don't have time. I did watch yesterday one episode of, I think it's called Black Mirror. Have you heard about that?
I've heard of it, but it's like in the 3rd season now, isn't it?
Yeah, but the first season is only like 3 episodes long, and I don't know if they're all intertwined or not. But dude, the whole first episode, this terrorist group like kidnaps this princess from England, and so they ransom, and they're like, what do they want? And they were like, they want the prime minister to fuck a pig on live TV. Fucking seriously.
Now I want that.
Yeah, like, if you can, go check out Black Mirror. Okay, so yeah, Phil says it's kind of like it's kind of like Twilight Zone, where it's different stories. Good, because then I can kind of intertwine it, because Westworld is the shit.
Yeah, I'm not Westworld.
Doctor Strange movie versus on Gotham. Well, I don't know. We haven't seen the movie yet. So, what is Lorena thumbs downing? Okay. Well, if that's it, then everybody have yourselves a glorious day. If you won Slayer tickets, make sure you email me, really preferably within the next 5 to 10 minutes, because then I can go to the front desk and give Stephanie, our rockstar receptionist, all of your information so that you guys can come pick them up. You can pick them up today until 5 o'clock or tomorrow between 8:30 and 5. And if that is it, then I shall bid you adieu and have yourselves a glorious week. And be safe this Halloween weekend.